Welcome to the New Home Show. This is your information connection to find out everything you need to know about buying a new construction home in Central Florida. I'm your host, Daniel Hatt McPhee. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Welcome back to the New Home Show. I'm your host, Daniel Hatt McPhee. Today is an exciting episode. I've got Brian Wilkinson here. He's from Pro-Spect Home Inspections. Hey, he just did a training for my team. I'm really excited for him to tell you everything about his company. You want to stick around until the end because we have a lot of tips for you about home inspections. So without further ado, Brian, tell us a little bit about Pro-Spect.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. So Pro-Spect started about 15 years ago when Wes and Christy Mass bought the company from Christy's mother. They started in Delaware, and shortly after they moved into Maryland, they obtained another inspection company in Pennsylvania, and then they branched out to New Jersey. And right around 4 or 5 years ago, they decided they wanted to diversify and come down south. So we started West Central Florida division of Pro-Spect, and that's when I came on board with the company. And since then, we've grown and added a Jacksonville division as well.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. Unlike Florida, that is not very cool.
No.
Yeah. I can imagine that's probably a big part of the reason why they wanted to come to Florida, though.
Yeah, absolutely. They're actually live down here now in Central Florida. They live in Lake Wales. And that was part of the reason why is they had been traveling and visiting here for several years and decided they wanted to come down and start a business in this area as well.
Yeah, well, that's great. I mean, Central Florida is the perfect place, so that's fitting.
Yep.
Well, so that's a little bit about Pro-Spect. Tell me a little bit about Brian Wilkinson.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was born and raised in Polk County, fourth generation, so Lake Wales. Wow. Yep. Been here, my roots in Lake Wales for a long time. I worked for Publix for several years and then Aldi for several years in retail management. And right around COVID, I decided I had kind of accomplished everything I wanted to in retail. That's around the time Wes and Christy were wanting to start Pro-Spect down here. So we got together and we joined forces. And I have a beautiful wife, Ashley, who works at Victory Church. And then three kids, Michael, Samuel, and Eden.
Oh, wow. Boy, talk about timing.
Mm-hmm.
That was perfect, wasn't it?
It was right at the right time for everyone.
Yeah. All right. This is the part that I find is important. If you've watched my show before, or if you've ever heard me talk about who I choose to work with, tell me what makes Pro-Spect different from other home inspectors.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things is our values. So we have the value acronym SERVE. We like to say we serve as trusted partners, giving peace and knowledge through education and innovation. And so by using those values in everything that we do, whether it comes to bringing people on board, training and development, and even offboarding sometimes, it's all wrapped around those values. And we put that into our home inspections as well. So we like to say we start with wow. Products are consumed, but services are experienced.
Absolutely.
And so we like to wow the clients. We put out a carpet, a mat, says welcome to your new home. We bring out camp chairs, a place for them to sit down. We do a clipboard with measurement sheets, and we give them pens and measuring tape to just walk around the home, envision themselves in the home, feel very comfortable about it, kind of see where their stuff is going to fit, all while providing top-notch inspection services.
That's amazing. And I'm definitely not going to talk down to other inspectors. There's a lot of great inspection companies out there. I just haven't seen one that serves their customers at that high level. And something he didn't tell you about that really impressed me is within their company, they study books.
Well, they say, leaders are readers, right? So we definitely have a quarterly book club. We meet as a leadership team, as well as we bring on VIP agents and other people we work with. And we meet quarterly. We go over the book we read for that quarter. We talk about our big takeaways. It's a really great time. So much growth and development comes out of those, not only personally, but then as a team, when you all see what everyone's taken away from it. And you get little nuggets that you might have missed that someone else caught in the book, and it really feeds into everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's talk about home inspections. So the listener, the viewer, I'm sure what they're wanting to know is what does a home inspection consist of? And I'm buying a new house. Why do I need a home inspection? It's a brand new house, Brian.
Yeah, absolutely. brand new house, new, old, it doesn't matter. We recommend home inspections. It's really peace of mind is what it is. You're putting your largest amount of money into the biggest investment you'll ever make. You want to have a little bit of peace of mind knowing what you're getting and just knowing what condition it's in. So we like to say that we're giving you a solid visual non-invasive inspection of the components of the home and letting you know the safety and functionality of everything. And even in new construction, believe it or not, we find things. We say a builder's only as good as his worst sub on their worst day, right? Unfortunately, there's going to be little things, as many punch lists and different inspections that they do for quality control. We know they're doing their best to put the best product out there, but it's good to just have a third party set of eyes to look at it, to just go behind them. And yeah, it's very valuable to get even on new builds.
I just want to say this to all my builder friends that are out there. Hey, we love you guys. We know you do a great job, but nothing is perfect. And sometimes things are not always the way they're supposed to be. And that's why Brian is there, to find those things so they can get fixed. So with that being said, what are some things that you've seen that the builder has not caught that you've been able to help with buyers to get corrected before they close?
Yeah, a lot of times it seems simple mistakes, or maybe someone's just rushing to finish a job. We've seen where an attic, they didn't get the blown-in insulation yet, and they were going to close. Yeah. And then maybe they forgot to do that before they put the roof on. We've seen things like air conditioning, condensate lines where they didn't connect it to the AC, so it was going to just drip where it was handled. Windows, sometimes the non-opening windows, they have weep holes at the bottom, and if they accidentally put it upside down, the weep holes are at the top, so it's not going to drain that water like it should.
That's actually one I hadn't heard of.
Yeah. And then also with new construction, they're driving a lot of big equipment through those neighborhoods, through those yards. We've actually seen the sewer line going from the septic line going from the home to the wherever it goes to get crushed from all the heavy equipment driving through there and dropping off things. So we do sewer strips as well on new homes if people want to, and we've seen that.
Yeah, I can definitely say that's something that I don't think anyone would expect to find, a crushed sewer line in a new construction home, but that's a good point. There's a lot of big equipment there that they're driving around. And hey, everybody, if you live in Florida, especially Central Florida, you've seen these construction sites, you've seen these communities get built. It happens quickly. There's a lot going on. It's easy to overlook things. It's easy for a subcontractor driving a piece of equipment to not think about where the sewer lines are. And all these are definitely just mistakes. There's nothing, I'm sure, at least if you hear about something intentional a builder does, please let me know. But I haven't ran across that yet, and I don't think I will. The thing about it is, most builders, at least all the ones that I've ever spoken to, have some sort of home warranty. Across the board, generally, there's a 10-year structural warranty and a 1-year, like wall-to-wall kind of thing. However, they can't fix something they don't know about. And, these home inspectors, they will do a great job of finding those defects. And it's important to find them before the closing, because they're definitely going to get done very quick before you close. And you don't want to move into your house and then still be doing repairs. So it's best to go ahead and find that ahead of time, have the builder take care of it, which they will. Never had a builder kick back on anything like that. They want to make sure that you're satisfied with the product that they're giving you. So Brian, tell us a little bit about the process of a home inspection. What components of the house are you looking at, and what can they expect in a report, and just the kind of the communication or the process between you and the customer?
Yeah, absolutely. Whether the client calls or emails or texts or goes online to book the inspection, or they have their agent, we're able to do inspections, get them booked and scheduled multiple ways, but we always reach out to the client, make sure that we're ordering them what they want as far as the inspections. And then the process, when we get there, we'll call ahead, let them know we're on the way. Once we get there, we introduce ourselves, let them know everything we're going to inspect. And then we're going to be looking at all the major systems of the home. We're looking at the plumbing, the HVAC, the electrical, the roofing. We're looking at the structure as a whole. We're going through each room. We're testing the outlets, the light switches, the windows, making sure everything was installed and is functioning the right way it should. We're running all the shubs, towers, sinks, toilets, and checking the plumbing for any kind of leaks. And then we're testing, the ovens, the microwaves, the stoves, all the different appliances, and just making sure everything's working and functioning as it should.
Yeah. Hey, listen, their hands literally touch every part of that home. including the attics. If there's a crawl space, they're going in it, which is Florida, so that's not that common. But everywhere in the home, everything gets tested, everything gets turned on. It's pretty impressive. And about how long does that normally take?
I would say normal home inspection is 2 to 3 hours, depending on the size, the age of the home. There's a little bit of fluctuation. The good thing is our reports are same-day reports, so once we finish the inspection, we'll go over the summary with the client there while we're talking to them, and then we'll send them a report which has videos, photos, different things that they can click on and look at, as well as just good information about the home, where the breaker shutoff is, where the water shutoff is, things like that. So they're just educated about what they're getting in.
That's really nice. It's kind of like when you get a new car or a new phone, you want to know what all the buttons do.
Right,
Everything
exactly.
does.
Yep.
Yeah. So you talked about the report. There's different types of reports. What are the most common reports that someone would expect to see?
The most common inspections we're getting are like the home inspection, which encompasses everything. The 4-point and the wind mitt, those are your insurance inspections. You're going to turn those into your insurance company to get your policy written and any deductibles you can qualify for. And then we do a lot of WDOs, which is the wind destroying organisms determinants and tests.
Okay. Now we talked about this, what was it, yesterday actually, with a new construction home, insurance companies, if they know it's a brand new home, they're probably not going to require those reports because they know it's a brand new home. However, you were talking about the benefit of having a wind mitigation report even on a new home.
Right.
Tell them a little bit about that.
So yeah, a lot of times insurance companies are not going to require 4-point for a brand new build. They know that everything is new for as far as the ages and stuff. But you can still get discounts on a wind mitigation inspection, depending on if that house has single wraps, clips, and this is the roof-to-wall connections, how they connect the roof to the wall. Some builders are doing upgraded windows that are impact resistant, or maybe they sell an upgraded impact panel with the window. Things like that are going to still qualify you for discounts for your insurance with that inspection.
Absolutely. That's pretty good information.
Sure.
That was so corny. I'm probably not going to edit that part out.
There you go.
Is there anything else that you'd like the world to know?
The biggest thing is, we talk about that peace of mind that comes with a home inspection, and especially on new construction. There's going to be things that maybe people miss, but it's always good to know what you're getting into. Know you have that peace of mind. You feel good, and it's going to, if something were to come up later down the road, we have some documentation, some reporting of what the conditions of the house were at the time you bought it and when you moved in.
Hey, if you'd like to hire Pro-Spect, first of all, I don't get anything for that other than knowing that you're going to be taken well care of. All of their contact information is going to be in the description of this episode, just underneath where you click to watch. Hey, they've got a lot of services that they offer, a lot of different tests, depending on what your needs are. I'm sure that Brian would love to talk to you about what those are, the cost of those, and how he can save you money with some bundles or something. Give them a call. And as always, if you have an interest in a new construction home or just want to learn more about it, give me a call. The text, email, you can DM me on social media, send a pigeon, put up a smoke signal, however you need to get in touch with me, and we can have that conversation. Hey, I'll talk to you soon.